Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today is part 2 of my April book haul. So we're just going to get right into it. I have actually read 3 of the books in this haul. I know, amazing. How do I do it? First one I have is some non-fiction. This one is Women Artists by Flavia Fugere. This is part of the Art Essentials series by Thames and Hudson. I've been eyeing off different books in this series for the last couple of months, and this one was released in March, and as soon as I saw it I knew this would be the one I would have to get. This covers artists from 1850 to 1985 in terms of birth year, and yes, this was very good and I will talk about it more in a wrap-up. Next one I did not enjoy, and that is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I heard about this one on Jacqueline's channel and then I started seeing it everywhere and I ordered it and I read it, and yeah, I'll talk more about it in my wrap up, but unfortunately I didn't gel with it. Earlier this month, midway through the month really, I have hair in my mouth. I went away for the weekend with my friend Sarah, who you might know because she's been on this channel a few times. We went up to Canberra for a Jane Austen festival where we dressed up in the full gear. You can see a picture of us here looking cute, maybe a couple of pictures. And because of that I was kind of in like a super Austen mood this month. So I bought and read Persuasion for the first time. I'm very slowly collecting these vintage classic editions of Austen, and by very slowly I mean I bought Pride and Prejudice in this edition like 4-5 years ago, and Persuasion is the second one I bought. My third Austen. I've read Pride and Prejudice and Northanger Abbey both twice. And yeah, I finished this one last night, and again, we'll talk about it more soon. So at that Jane Austen festival, I actually bought myself another edition of Pride and Prejudice. I only own the 2, but this one is like a gorgeous illustrated version. So it has the full novel unabridged, as far as I know, and it comes with these like gorgeous colour illustrations. There are full page ones, there are like small ones in the text, and it's just really beautiful. So this one is illustrated by Alice Patello. And yeah, I'm hoping to reread this next month in this edition so I can look at all the beautiful illustrations along with the story. And then after that I also bought What Kitty Did Next by Carrie Cabelin. The author was at the festival and she did a reading of this and it was really good. This is kind of like her interpretation of what could have happened after the end of Pride and Prejudice, and it follows, of course, Kitty. This is my only fiction that isn't part of those 2 different sections. This is Australia Day by Melanie Cheng. This is a collection of short stories about Australia, what it means to be Australian, etc, etc. Was hoping to get this in Aussie April, but I don't know whether I will now. It is pretty short, so maybe after I finish one of the books I'm currently reading, I will try and get this done by the end of the month. We'll see. Then I have a graphic novel. This is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganesho. That's probably wrong. This is like a beautiful monochromatic graphic novel. I know this is LGBTQ+, and it just sounds super cute, so excited for that one too. Then we have some non-fiction. Firstly here we've got Greek to Me, Adventures of the Comma Queen by Mary Norris. I believe this is like a memoir, travel diary, almost history, language kind of book. This is kind of Mary Norris's travels around Greece, and I believe has to do with food and the language of the country as well. Been super into Greek related things lately, so yeah, and also it's such a pretty cover, and it is also beautiful underneath. Like, look at that blue. I really appreciate that they went like full Greece there. Next I've got another book that I was hoping to get to for Aussie April, but I really don't think this one is going to happen, but I will be reading it hopefully in May anyway. And this is The Colonial Fantasy, Why White Australia Can't Solve Black Problems by Sarah Madison. This is exactly what it sounds like, I think. I don't really know how else to describe this other than I think it's gonna do what it says on the tin. Like, I don't know how else to put that. But I'm really excited for this one. Next, second last book, I have Betraying Big Brother, The Feminist Awakening in China by Letta Hong Fincher. I don't know a lot about China. We did a bit on it back in middle school, but that's a while ago now. That's more than 10 years. And I just wanted to give this one a go. As little as I know about China, I know even less about feminism in China. So I'm very excited to see what this book can teach me. And our final book is a big one. Let's see if I can actually pick it up one-handed without turning too much. There we go. Okay. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. There's the neighbour. Hi, neighbour. Good to see you. Yes. Okay. This is the art, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the art of the movie. This was one of my favourite movies so far this year, so I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I completely fell in love with the art. So as soon as I saw that this was going to be coming in at work, I put it on hold and I ordered it back in February, and it's been a little while, but it's finally here, and I haven't taken it out of its plastic yet, because of reasons. It's just so beautiful, and I can't wait to dig into it. I feel like it's going to be one that I sort of read here and there, maybe. I haven't looked inside it, so I don't know how much writing there actually is, but we shall see, and I'm so excited. It's so pretty. And yes, so this one will hopefully be happening soon, and I will, when I wrap this up, I will show you some way of looking inside it that's better than just holding it like this. Okay, so those are all of the books I bought in April. I've got two more on the way. One that I'm definitely getting and one that's like a maybe. But they're both for the Sydney Writers Festival, so I will talk about them more in whatever video I decide to do for that. But for now, that's this one, and I will see you all in a few days. I'm not really sure what I'll be doing next. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys then.